Hi, this is Carl Leopson at the University of Arizona, and I'm going to try to walk you through building a simple student teaching e-portfolio at Weebly. So when you first go to Weebly, this is what you should see. It's weebly.com, and you'll have to create a website. I've already created one, so I'll be able to just log in. When I log in, it takes me to a place where I can select a theme for a site, and what we want is a portfolio theme. Now, I've posted for you some other examples that students have done from previous classes. They seem to find that this particular theme is the easiest to use, so that's what I'm going to use. But you can try others if you'd like. So we're going to start editing. And the first thing they want you to do is to choose a domain. We don't want to register a domain. That would be a problem. These domains here, these subdomains of Weebly, are free. And so I'm just going to use my last name. And it says, gosh, that happens to be available. And click continue. Now, the way I think it's easiest to do this is to build the shell first, which would mean we want to get all the pages. So up here at the top where it says pages, we're going to click pages. And you can see that there's already a home page, an about page, and a contact page. I'd like you to keep the home page, and we'll adjust pictures and other things later, and the about page, and that's where we'll put our resume and our student teaching philosophy. And you can keep or not keep the contact page, that's up to you. But we're going to need other pages. So in our portfolio, we do need our resume and our student teaching philosophy. And then we need a page for each of our CEC standards. So we'll say we want to create a standard page. We'll call this, CEC Standard 1. And we're done with that. We're going to click on this and we're going to say copy it, but we're going to call it Standard 2. I'm going to copy that one. And then we'll call this one Standard 3. Copy that one. Call this one Standard 4. Call this one Standard 5. Call this one Standard 6. And call this one Standard 7. Whoops, we didn't need to copy that last one. So what we're going to do is delete that last one. That's an extra page we don't need. Yep. Then what I think we should do, we could leave it this way, right? And if you want to, that's fine. Another way to do this is to create a non-clickable menu. It creates a drop-down menu. That's going to be called CEC Standards. It just helps organize your pages. And we're going to move that one up here. You can drag them into a different order. And then all of these can be dragged into this page. So I put them right here. Just kind of drag them a little to the right. now, if we come onto our page, we see that if we click here, look at that. Isn't that just slick? And I think I actually want to move this up and have the contact at the end. So now we just have the shell of our website. Let's look really quickly at how to change the title of your site. Just come up here and hover over the title of the site. You'll see it says text. Highlight it. And write it in. And I kind of want to have all that together. Then when any of this, you can change some things, right? You can make lots of changes. So in your theme, you can customize the theme. So if you want to change fonts for the title here, we can go with something different. Change the font for the navigation menu, right? So now let's work on changing some of this. I'm going to call this About Me. And that is not me. I downloaded some photos from an account that I have, and I'll throw some photos in here that represent me. So I'm going to put a click here, and I want to edit, replace the image, and I want to replace it with this one, me and my wife. That was pretty simple. Then down here, you could create a little post about yourself. And then you want to build. So when you want to build, say we want to put your resume and your teaching philosophy on this page. So we would come here, and there are a couple ways to put files in. One way is just to drag in this note that says file. And it's going to say click here to upload a file. And I would click here and then find on my computer my resume. Okay. Another way is to use a button. And I can change the button text, and I can say that the button text is resume. And that what I want to do with this is have a link to a file, and I would click upload, and I would go to my resume file. Right, so that's two ways. One is to just file link, another one is a button link. And then one more way that I've not had as much success with, but I think some of the students in the student examples did, is a scribed document. And when you do this, you click here, you upload your document, and it should display right here on the page. Okay. So that's 3 ways to add files. Let's take a look at some of these CEC standard pages and adjust those. So I would change the name of this one to CEC standard 1, and I would change the image. I want to replace it. And what do I want to replace it with? I'll replace it with this cool picture from the U of A. And then you want to save that. And then here you would want to drag in a build element that was text and list the CEC standard. And you can get that straight out of our syllabus. They're listed in the syllabus, they're listed online. You can look up the CEC standards. So list the standard here. You write your rationale here, and we'll work on those in our weekly discussion posts. And then you would drop in your, we'll make a little list for this, artifacts. And you might want to describe each artifact. One artifact I have that is an example of CEC standard 1 is the language sample analysis from SERP 534. And then you would drop in a button or a file link. Uh-oh, where's my button going? There it is. Call it my language sample. And then you would upload that language sample analysis file, right? Simple. And you just go on and do the same thing for each of the CEC standard pages. We'll work on this in class also. I'll show this again in class. But I wanted to create this just in case you needed another way to help you work on it while you're at home. So if you have any questions about this, contact me and let me know. I think you're going to find it's pretty easy to do. Make sure you look at the other student examples because they did a great job of making their websites look professional and personal. Take care.